After a one-day hiatus, the Power 5 is back. Final day of February, and I've got you covered with two of the biggest NBA games on the docket. A couple college basketball games, including UCLA Purdue, and I'll get you ready for Saturday with an early soccer play as well. Just do me a favor, when you agree with one of these selections, and I know you will, hit that thumbs up. Always appreciate the support. Now let's get to the free winners. Big one tonight in the NBA, Cavs at Celtics, 7:30 Eastern on ESPN. These are quite obviously, along with Oklahoma City, two of the three best teams in the NBA. Boston currently a 2.5 point home favorite. That's actually down from the opening number of minus 3.5. Total currently sitting 232.5, 233, depending on your book. No surprise that number is high because we are talking about arguably the two most prolific three-point shooting teams in the league. However, be aware the Celtics are coming off a game, guys, in which they made only 12 two-point field goals, an all-time low in the history of this storied franchise. They lost 117-97 to the Pistons, just the fifth time the Celtics have failed to score 100 points in a game this season. There was no Jaylen Brown in that contest, but get this. The four previous times that Boston has failed to score 100, they've come back the next game and scored 118, 120, 121, and 122. Pretty consistent, huh? Also, the Celtics have lost back-to-back games just once this season. That occurred back on Christmas. Team is an incredible 13-3 ATS off a straight-up loss. So as much as it hurts my heart to fade my Cavaliers, I will use my head and back Boston here off a loss, laying a short number at home. They've already taken 2 of 3 from Cleveland this season. As I mentioned earlier, there is a pretty significant drop after those top 3 teams in the NBA. But in the mix of that next group would be both the Knicks and the Grizzlies. They play tonight in Memphis, 8:10 Eastern Time tip-off. This one's not on national TV. However, it is a game that you should be betting. The Grizzlies are currently 4-point favorites. That's up from minus 3. And the total, 244. That's down from 245.5 at the open. Obviously, the odds makers expecting a high-scoring affair here. So let's look at the player prop market. Ja Morant over 22.5 points is what I would play. This is a revenge game for Morant and the Grizz, who lost 143-106 in New York last month. Team comes in to tonight's rematch off a wild overtime win, 151-148 over the Suns. Morant finished with 29 points in that game, even though he was just 7 of 25 shooting, including 1 of 12 from 3. You got to think he's shooting better than that tonight, right, guys? Karl Anthony Towns questionable to play for the Knicks, so perhaps less rim protection. I've said before here on the show, the Knicks are just awful defensively when facing good teams. So look for Morant to take advantage over 22.5 points. Before I get to the college basketball games for tonight, just a reminder, there is still time to take advantage of our rest of the season special at WagerTalk.com. You can get every college basketball play that I release from now through the entirety of March Madness for less than $5 per day. Just head on over to wt.buzz/BP. I am on a 20-9 run in college hoops right now. Split last night. Should have a big card on Saturday, so take advantage ASAP. For tonight, let's start by talking about my home conference, the MAC. Akron is hosting rival Kent State, 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Love it when the MAC gets national television games. Like last Saturday, when Akron suffered its first conference loss of the season, thanks to my alma mater, Ohio University. I told you right here on the Power 5, OU was going to win that one. They crushed the Zips 84-67 in Athens, a rare visit by ESPN2 to A-Town. But Akron has since bounced back, winning at Ball State on Tuesday, 87-82. They did not cover the 7.5-point spread, though. Zips are 0-5 ATS their last 5 games, yet 4-point favorites here over a Kent State team that has quadruple revenge, including for last year's heartbreaking loss in the MAC tournament final. I like the Golden Flashes getting points in this one. They've won 6 of the last 7, including a very impressive 105-65 beatdown of Toledo on Tuesday. Kent State's got the highest defensive rating of any team in the MAC. So again, take the points. On Fox, 8 p.m. Eastern, you've got Purdue hosting UCLA. Purdue desperately needs this game. They've lost 4 in a row, failed to cover 3 straight. Still 5.5-point favorites tonight, though. Let's note 3 of these 4 straight losses for Purdue came on the road. Now they're back in West Lafayette. UCLA has not been good when traveling east. They did win at Indiana a couple weeks ago, but prior to that, lost by 5 at Illinois, lost by 7 at Rutgers, by 18 at Maryland, by 8 at Nebraska. Purdue needs this win. They will get it. Look for them to cover the spread as well. One more play still to come. It is a Saturday morning soccer play. If you're listening to the show early enough on Friday, though, Be aware, I have a 2-pack of soccer picks available for today on my page, wt.buzz/BP. You can get them both for just $19. I'm on a 6-2 run on the pitch, number one, numero uno, with all soccer over the last 10 months at WagerTalk, anticipating another big finish to the season there. And for Saturday, I would take a look at Mainz plus half a goal at RB Leipzig. This is the Bundesliga, of course, 9:30 a.m. Eastern on ESPN Plus. Tough spot for Leipzig. They had to play midweek in the DFB Pokal. That is the German Cup. Mainz did not, as they are already eliminated from that competition. Now, Leipzig did win Wednesday, 1-0 over Wolfsburg. However, it was a penalty kick that was the difference there. You look at the advanced metrics, pretty clear Leipzig is wildly overachieved this season. They're barely even in the top 10 in the Bundesliga in expected goal differential and expected points. Mainz level with Leipzig on actual points, 38 in the race for that last Champions League spot, the top four. But again, advanced metrics say Mainz has been the better side this season with a clear rest edge. I think Mainz can, at the very least, earn a draw here. Remember, that's all we need to cash because we're taking them plus that half a goal. All right, quick recap of the Power Five here today in the NBA. Celtics minus 2.5 against the Cavs. Ja Morant over 22.5 as his Grizzlies host the Knicks. College basketball, I like Kent State plus 4 at Akron. I would play that down to 3. Purdue minus 5.5 against UCLA. I would play that to minus 6. And then for Saturday in the Bundesliga, a little soccer to get your weekend going. Mainz plus half a goal at RB Leipzig. Go ahead, comment down below with your thoughts on all of those bets. Don't be shy about letting us know what you are betting on Friday as well. It's going to do it for me. Hope you enjoyed this edition of the Power 5. Smash that like button if you did. I'll be back Saturday talking about a monster college hoop slate. Make sure you click subscribe if you already have not done so. That way you'll be instantly notified when Saturday's edition of the Power 5 drops. Until then, let's cash some tickets.